Anthony Peralski. Welcome to the Valder Beebe Show live in Dallas, Texas. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Well, I love the word that they put in your title, easy ways to elevate healthy summer cooking. I love easy. Everybody wants easy. So let's talk about some of the ways to elevate our summer cooking. What do you know?
Of course. I mean, what I've learned through this wonderful partnership with Fresh Express is that I think easy can mean something different to different people. And sometimes we want to have a more complicated meal, but the day gets the best of us. And after how many emails and errands and everything, suddenly you just want something quick. With Fresh Express, everything you need is literally in the bag. It's all portioned out, ready to go. That said, if you're like me and you want to complicate things a little bit and be creative, you can customize it, which is so lovely.
That is lovely. Can you tell me, you got a couple of recipes in front of you today.
I do.
Tell me about those.
Yeah, so we've been developing some fun things in the old test kitchen, which is my New York City apartment. And so with the Twisted Pesto Caesar kit, which introduced me to the idea of basically bringing Caesar with pesto together, which is a lovely combination. I went ahead and took a bag of the croutons that come with it, crushed them up until they're basically breadcrumbs, mixed them in a little bowl with some basil, fresh lemon zest, Parmesan, and almonds, crusted a nice salmon fillet, threw it in the oven until it was ready, and then one of those polenta wheels you can get at grocery stores so you don't have to cook it from scratch. Cut it up into little cubes, patted it dry, a bit of paprika. Choose your own adventure with the spices. Keep it as complicated or as easy as you want. Throw them in the air fryer or the oven, and you have these chewy, crunchy croutons. And then finally, grapes. I feel like every parent has them laying around a fridge, or if you're me, you always have a bag handy. Cut them in half, a quick, lazy, easy pickle. Let them sit in a little bit of red wine vinegar or whatever vinegar or acid you have laying around. It could be even balsamic would actually be really good, and I just thought of that one. And then you have a full meal. And then with this one, the creamy mushroom Caesar, I love mushrooms. I love especially when they're really nice and crispy, so I kind of made my own little bacon bit version with a little bit of maple syrup to honor my Canadian heritage. And then a chicken breast that I seared a little bit on each side, take it off the pan, throw some parm on, and you have a wonderful, cheesy, crispy Parmesan crust on your chicken breast that's going to keep it hopefully nice and juicy.
I know you're live from the kitchen and you're the host of Best of the World, but those people that don't like to cook, is this easy for them?
I think this is so easy. And again, it can be just as easy as literally opening up the bag and choosing that adventure or adding whatever protein you want. Also in the summer months, I think following everything that's available at the farmer's market, I would throw in, actually maybe with the mushroom mix, I would maybe take a nice fresh peach. If it's underripe, very thin slices for a nice little crunch. And if it's a little more juicy and medium ripe, kiss it on a grill or on a pan just to crisp it up and caramelize all those juices. And then you have a whole different meal by just switching one little element.
Okay, my audience is on multiple platforms, social media, streaming, radio, and I'm going to take this one from Facebook. The poster says that they have your 2 cookbooks that you've created. Excuse me. When are you going to create an easy cookbook like this?
That's a really good question. While I work on said cookbook, there is an opportunity for people to learn a little more. So it's the Cooking with Anthony contest. And if you visit freshexpresscontest.com, 25 winners are going to be cooking alongside me virtually, not in my literal kitchen because it's way too small. Basically, we're going to make a meal from scratch using a Fresh Express bagged salad kit that I'm going to make my own version of it with a whole bunch of little additions and like little customizations. And those elements, people can actually use those for tons of different recipes moving forward. I think part of easy is also, you know, setting yourself up with success and knowing tips and tricks in the kitchen so you can just pull them out of your little mental Rolodex whenever dinner time or lunchtime or snack time comes along.
Okay, and you made it sound so delicious. Thank you. And poster, there you go for your response for your post. Anthony, this is really good. Where do we go and get some more information?
You go to freshexpresscontest.com.
Before I let you go, can you tell me a little bit about being a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations World Food Program? I think that's pretty important.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I think it's incredibly important. They're doing incredible work in a lot of areas of the world that need it most by getting food to people who need it. I was initially inspired when I was filming a docuseries with National Geographic, and I got to visit Senegal, and learning about the food practices in schools and the initiatives that they're taking with basically fortified rice, teaching kids how to cook and practical tips and tricks that they can then teach their families. It keeps them in school longer. They get to teach their families afterwards. And so it's an incredible initiative that is very important. We get to enjoy, you know, food here, but there are a lot of places in the world and people who, unfortunately, they don't, and it's not a given. And I think we have a responsibility to support those people and give them the resources and, more importantly, the food that they need.
I love your passion about food, and I want to thank Fresh Express for providing this interview. Anthony, once again, where can my audience go online and learn more about what you talked about today?
So it's freshexpresscontest.com.
Have a great morning. Thanks for being my guest on the Valder Beebe Show.
Likewise. Thanks so much for having me.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.